Back with you here at Target Center, the last part of our quadruple header here on semifinal Thursday, the Class 4A semi between Hopkins and Roseville. Got a dynasty against a bit of a Cinderella here in our nightcap on 45 TV. Chris Long back with you here, joined by Jenny Johnson and Marissa Layton. Jenny, Roseville, they graduated 9 seniors off last year's team. They only have 1 senior on this year's team. They're not supposed to be here, but here they are dancing on.
Well, Chris, they don't have anything to lose. They can just leave it all on the floor tonight and give it their best shot. The key for them, though, is to not get rattled by Hopkins' pressure. Take care of the basketball. Every possession is going to be important for them.
Hopkins has won 4 of the last 6 state championships. Marissa, they're back again, and it is the same look for the Hopkins Royals.
It is. Hopkins prides themselves on running the same program year after year after year. These kids know exactly how they're supposed to play, and they execute very, very well. They average almost 80 points a game, so look for Hopkins to get the ball up and down the floor a lot.
Some amazing alumni have come through the Hopkins girls program, boys for that matter as well, but this one might be the best of all by the time she's done. Sophomore Paige Bueckers, the guard. Marissa, she is so much fun to watch.
Paige Bueckers is a lot of fun to watch because she's so versatile as a player. She can shoot the 3, she can take the ball hard to the basket, as you just saw. She's a great teammate for these girls. She makes every single player on the court better when she's on the court with them.
Average is 22, only scored 14 in the quarterfinal. That's because, Jenny, Raena Suggs, Dlayla Chakolis, there are so many different weapons on this team that can come at you.
Right, and it's not just Paige Bueckers' team. Hopkins is a very deep team. Anyone can score.
Roseville not supposed to be to this point, but don't count them out. They've surprised a lot of people so far. Tip-off coming up.
Welcome back to Target Center as we get ready for game number 4 here tonight on 45 TV, and it should be a good one. Always fun to watch a Hopkins team, but a chance for a lot of fans to see Roseville area, Leah, and a lot of them haven't seen this team play, but they've got some talent, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, because they're here tonight, and this is a team that wants to show themselves to the state of Minnesota, and Hopkins is here tonight saying, yeah, you know who we are already, and we have a deep team.
Yeah, well, let's check out some of the players we're going to see in this contest.
Well, we'll start it off with Hopkins, and they have Paige Bueckers. You know about her. She's a big-time player, 14.6 rebounds. You can see she can do a lot of things. She's one of those special players that should be big tonight. But Jada Johnson is another special player for Roseville area. She's an aggressive player and a physical leader. This is the player they will lean on heavily in this game to do big things.
The players to watch are brought to you by Mills House. Try it at the house. There's a good look at the Roseville area squad. Head coach Jeff Crosby, 18th season coaching high school basketball. His 9th year as the leader of the Roseville girls basketball program. He was assistant coach over at Tartan. There he is for Mark Klingsporn. Jeff was a captain back in the 1999-2000 Tartan boys basketball state championship team. So he's got that basketball blood. And of course, we all know about Brian Cosgriff as well. We're going to head down courtside here in a minute to find out about our players tonight. But this is fun. You come in as an unseeded team, man, you've got a little chip on your shoulder, and you pick it up a notch. So
You sure do, and you have nothing to lose. You get here, you know everyone thinks that you don't belong here, so you just can come out, play loose, play your game, and look for an upset. And really, the pressure's all on Hopkins tonight.
Well, Hopkins is used to that, aren't they? Every game, aren't they? Everybody wants to beat Hopkins.
You're right. You go into any gym during the regular season, and everyone's gunning for that Hopkins team.
Well, let's meet the players here tonight. Let's go down to Jane Voss.
Good evening and welcome to the Target Center for the 2018 State Girls Basketball Tournament. At this time, we'd like to introduce the teams and starting lineups for this state tournament, Class 4A semifinal game between the Section 6 champion with a record of 27-3, the Royals of Hopkins High School, and the Section 5 champion with a record of 23-7, the Raiders of Roseville Area High School. Now let's meet the team, starting with the reserves from the visiting team from Hopkins. Number 4 at 5'7" and an 8th grader playing guard, Elena Contreras. Number 5 at a 5'7", 8th grade guard. Excuse me, number 12 at 5'4", a junior guard, Imani Jones. A 5'7", junior guard, number 15, Sarah Cosgriff.
Which way? That way?
A 5'3", junior guard, number 21, Andrea Gray. A 5'6", sophomore guard, number 22, Kayla Adams. A 5'8", sophomore guard, number 23, Jade Presley. A 6'2", senior forward, number 24, Kira Mosley. A 6'1", 8th grade forward, number 30, Maya Naji. A 5'11", 7th grader and a forward, number 32, Taylor Woodson. A 5'4", junior guard, number 35, Samaya Buchanan. 5'7", junior guard, number 40, Suzanne Patterson. A 5'9", junior forward, number 42, Rachel Jagger. And a 5'10", senior forward, number 43, Tony Cody. Now let's meet the reserves from the Roseville Area High School. A 5'6", sophomore guard, number 1, Simone Hall. A 5'4", junior guard, number 5, Sam Betterman. 5'9", freshman forward, number 12, Regine Meadows. 5'6", junior forward, number 15, Elena Witt. 5'7", junior guard, number 21, Drea Barnes. A 5'9", junior forward, number 22, Rachel Stifter. 5'6", sophomore guard, number 24, Tiana Iserman. 5'7", freshman guard, number 25, Trista Gruntner. 5'6", freshman guard, number 30, Ava Brunson. A 5'4", sophomore guard, number 31, Riley Parker. A 5'10", sophomore forward, number 32, Penelope Jones. A 5'4", sophomore guard, number 33, Demaya Hill. 5'10", sophomore forward, number 40, Josie Howard. Now let's meet the starting lineups, which will be introduced alternately, starting with the visitors from Hopkins. A 5'11", sophomore guard, number 1, Paige Bueckers. And for the Raiders from Roseville, a 5'9", junior guard, number 10, Kaylee Nelson. And for Hopkins, a 5'7", 8th grader, playing guard, number 5, Amaya Battle. 5'7", senior guard, number 11, Sarah Wiedhild. And for Hopkins, a 6' senior forward, number 25, Angie Hammond. And for the Raiders, a 6'3", freshman center, number 23, Tamia Ugas. Playing guard and a junior at 5'7", for Hopkins, number 34, Dlayla Chakolis. And playing forward for the Raiders at 6'1" and a sophomore, number 41, Jada Johnson. And for Hopkins, at 5'8", senior guard, number 3, Raena Suggs. And for the Raiders at 5'6", a junior guard, number 42, Jada Hood. The head coach for the Hopkins Royals is Brian Cosgriff. He's assisted by Chuck Burmeister and Mike Contreras. The head coach for Roseville Raiders is Jeff Crosby. Assistant coaches, Scott Longer and Scott Hogue. The officials for this game, Joe Guidadelli from Elk River, April Kubish from Shakopee, and Keenan Moore from Richfield.
Target Center is the spot. If you get a chance this weekend coming up, a lot of good stuff happening out here, and it's fun to see the renovated arena. Our starting lineups brought to you tonight by Education Minnesota, the voice for professional educators and students.
As we get things kicked off here for the last game of the evening, every time that I've seen Hopkins play this year, they come out and they come out quickly. And it's a defensive effort that can disrupt you and your game plan quickly. So Roseville area needs to be ready, prepared for that, and really come ready to be solid on the board, to be confident in what they're doing, and really take it at this Hopkins team.
The winner gets Eastview Saturday night in the state title game. Busy weekend here at 45 TV. Here we go, and Roseville area will control the basketball to start this game, and they're already making noise up there. You gotta love that.
See if they can work that ball around and loosen up this defense a little bit, looking like just a straight up man-to-man to start it off.
UGAS, a freshman, pulled way out, guarded by Chakolis out there. That's Jada Hood. She brings a lot of energy, but both these teams do it. And there's a Hopkins steal.
Can't be casual with your passes.
Suggs with the left-hander. 2-0 Hopkins.
Suggs had a big quarterfinal game, 23 points. She's athletic, she's quick. But passing is critical in this game for Roseville area. You can't kind of lay it to someone. You have to give a good, solid pass.
Hood against the full court pressure. Nelson behind the back, guarded by one of the best in the state, Bueckers.
It's just chaos out there on the defensive end of the court.
And the foul will be a two-shot free throw coming up on Hopkins. Raena Suggs. Check out to the keys to the game here.
Hopkins, you want to turn them over right away and push the pace. That's what they do. But for Roseville area, offensive boards, that's how you slow them down. In a team effort, you get everybody involved. That's how they can get a win on this Hopkins team.
Keys to the game brought to you by the Greater Twin Cities Honda dealers, proud sponsors of Minnesota youth basketball. Jada Johnston. 16 yesterday in the win over Cretan Durham Hall. Do you think a lot of people are surprised by that, Leah?
I think so. That was a very good Cretan Durham Hall team.
Open look. Royals under the boards.
Amaya Battle, she has become a special player for Hopkins, just an 8th grader.
Yeah. You're starting for Hopkins in 8th grade, as if they aren't good enough already. That one is not going to go. Good. Blocking underneath by Hood to get that rebound.
I like the way Hood handles the ball. She has a lot of confidence. She's a solid player.
Nelson. I got on top. Beat held. Jada Hood. Well, you can see that Hopkins defense. That's Angie Hammond out there, number 25, with a good reach.
Yeah, she's long.
Hood breaking through. Nothing there. Gives it up. Popping the three. Bueckers. And she'll push it. As she tried to pass, she got fouled. Hopkins and Roseville area. Play is called underneath. No shot there. That was on a pass. So Bueckers being recruited by, I think, pretty much everyone. Outside the arc. Hopkins a little bit cold to start on those shots. And Angie Hammond with the rebound.
And Hammond does a great job for this team. Does all the little things you need her to do.
Suggs. Battle. Chakolis back out top. Board so important, as Leah was talking about. Jada Hood, you got a 3-on-1 break now, and there's a layup.
There you go. That's how you do it.
You guess.
You beat them at their own game. You got to get easy baskets on transition.
Paige Bueckers averaging 22 a game.
And it's a pretty looking shot.
5-3 Royals early on. State semifinals, 4A.
It's full court pressure.
Fun tomorrow here on 45 TV. We'll have the 1A and 2A all day long for you.
This is where they really just like to disrupt you, Hopkins. They take you coast to coast with their defensive pressure. See how long it takes you, and this is where you just have to be calm.
Raena Suggs. Might have been fall from behind on the pass. Or will it? I would think it was a pass. Wasn't it, Leah? Maybe it'll be 2 shots. We'll see here. Yeah, I guess
She's on the line.
she'll be at the free throw line. Raena Suggs, 16 points a game. She is a 5'8" senior. .73% from the line. And into the ball game is Josie Howard for the Roseville area out of the Suburban East Conference, where they were 11-5 this season. Hopkins out of the Lake Conference. Got the second one. Hopkins with the early 6-3 lead. We've just started here at Target Center in the state semifinals, 4A.
Welcome back to the final 4A semifinal of the night here at Target Center, where some may be surprised to see Roseville area in this game, but not Coach Crosby. He says, "We are a blue-collar, hardworking team who plays with wholehearted togetherness." This team was forced to grow together this season after losing 9 seniors, 7 of which played major playing time. Coach says, "We're young, but we roll up our sleeves and go to work." And they're going to need to do just that against a very solid Hopkins team tonight, Dave.
How can you not like that, Allie, huh? That's Kaylee Nelson will take the ball up. You always see that Hopkins defense tight, Leo.
It's just so amazing. It's so frustrating to be on offense having someone just constantly pestering you.
Bueckers might get a little finger in the eye there, it looked like.
Just trying to shake it off.
Hopkins with the lead, 8-3. Roseville area with the basketball, coming off that nice 56-48 win over number 3 seeded Cretin-Derham Hall. In the backcourt, looking at this full court pressure. Breaking it nicely that time is Kaylee Nelson, the junior. Trying to get closer, better look, and a rebound into the hands of Angie Hammond.
And that's why rebounding becomes so critical in this game, and you're going to need second chances against a defense like Hopkins.
Battle. I mean, you look at this Bueckers maybe one of the best players in the state, and she is a sophomore. Hammond starts, Battle starts in this team. We mentioned that 8th grader. Here's a shot from the outside 3. That's too much. Rebound hauled down by a hustling Drea Barnes. Josie Howard now switching it up a little bit. Tiana Iserman is in there with the basketball. There's Howard. Baseline runner. Won't drop. Board headed for a minute, but off the hands of the Roseville area. So the Raiders trying to get the inside shots there. They haven't popped any from the outside for the most part, but 8-3. First half. Hopkins, the number 2 seed in this tournament. The number 1 seed's already in the state championship game. From the low post. That's Chakolis. She averages 15 a game. She's got her first 2 of the night.
Yeah, she's a solid, strong player. So good from down low. But Roseville area trying to make an impact down low. Did she travel? She did. And the pace is starting to get away from Roseville area.
Closed caption is brought to you by Touchstone Energy. Together we save. A short timeout called here. I like the way Hood works, though. If you get her loosen up a little bit, she's got some.
Oh yeah, she's
moves.
a special player. She can do a lot of things, and she can blow up big in a game for you, like she did in the quarterfinal game with 18 points. And in a game like this, you're going to need a few of the Roseville area Raiders to have big games. But yeah, Jada Hood, Jada Johnston, anyone named Jada is very special.
The Cretin-Derham Hall, by the way, back in December, early on in the season, they beat Roseville area by 22, so that was some pretty sweet revenge for them in the quarterfinals. This conference is well represented too, by the way. The Suburban East, 3 teams in the state championship, along with the South Suburban. They had 3 as well.
Yeah, some good teams. You see how Bueckers comes off those screens. She's hard to keep up with.
Travel.
So this is an example of where Roseville area really needs to take advantage.
Good matchups. There you go. That's tomorrow's action. Should be good. Lyle Pacelli, I've heard a lot about them. Minnesota's always got athletes over there. And then the Sleepy Eye pulling off a heck of a win over Ada Borup today.
Yeah, I'm excited for that Maranatha-Roseau game. I think that's going to be a big, exciting game.
Yeah, well, Maranatha plays a heck of a schedule during the year, don't they? Being right here in the Metro.
Yeah, they sure do. They're athletic, they're good, they're quick, and we know Roseau, what they do, they hit big shots.
But that's the key to coming to the tournament. I've loved it since I was a little guy. Watching this on TV and coming to tournaments, if you were blessed enough to be able to do that. There's a bucket by Angie Hammond. But you get to see these players that a lot of you hear about and don't get a chance to see them. The kids get to see each other through this AAU stuff during the year.
Right.
But as fans, you really don't get to see that. That's why, especially tomorrow with those teams that you rarely see, that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's always a special day for the tournament. But I think you're right. It's important to see these players. We want to see the best players in Minnesota come through this tournament.
Chakolis took a hard fall to the floor. She's talking with Coach Cosgriff, and then she has finally said she's okay, but she was down for a little while trying to get up there during all that activity. But she's going to stay in the game.
Well, both coaches have told me about the Roseville area team, that they're a physical, aggressive team. And we are seeing that from them. They're definitely not backing down from any of the physicality that Hopkins brings.
This is Tamia Ugash. She's a freshman, 6'3". On the free throw line, a 44% shooter. She had 2 points in the game yesterday, but you can always build around that kind of height, can't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've seen some teams that have some very nice height. And as they always say, you can't coach it.
One more time for Tamia. Yep. 12-4. Boy, they're back in a hurry. I think they're well aware Hopkins will come down on you in a hurry if they can. So Roseville area getting back quick as they can off of a pick. Becker's going to dish it down to the corner. And there's an open look. And that's a 3 right there for Kayla Adams.
So many options on this Royals team.
Bueckers will get the fall on a trip. Bueckers sets us up off of a nice screen.
And that's one of the things that Bueckers does very well, is see her teammates, and in particular, a wide open teammate in Kayla Adams.
Jada Hood kicking it out. No shot there. Hood chases it, then a foul call from behind the play on the Raiders. Timeout in the court. 10:53 to go, first half. Hopkins off to a big 11-point lead. TV. Hopkins coming out with an early lead here. 11 points. They'll bring the ball down in a hurry, as they usually do, into the hands of Kayla Adams, sophomore. Presley, another sophomore. Off to Hammond. Hammond's going to Siena, and that's interesting because Dee Dee Winston went there last year as a freshman, so she'll join her old teammate.
That'd be kind of fun.
Hood. Beat Hild, and it's out of bounds off of Hopkins. Angie Hammond trying to go for the turnover, just stepped out of bounds. So Roseville and the Raiders will inbound the ball right in front of the bench here. Beat Hild off to Hood, the junior. Nice cross-handed dribble. Goes in. She's got that runner open. Can't hit it, but follows up on the rebound. Jump ball. That'll go to Hopkins.
Yeah, it was a good hustle and good look by Jada Hood. She saw the opening to get into the paint, but just can't finish in there. And the Hopkins defense disrupts you in so many different ways. And even when you have an open shot, sometimes we are waiting for something else to happen.
Amaya Battle. Underneath.
Hold that high, keep it high. There you go. Now you got to push it down court. Good.
She's quick, cross court, trying to get that layup. Won't go. Drawing the foul was Kaylee Nelson. Nice turn move down there, spin move, and draws a foul. Means she'll be at the line for a couple here with 9:48 to go in half number one. You can watch it again.
I like it. I like the little spin move. It's a good call.
She had 13 points in the win over Cretan yesterday. That's her first of this game. They're 3 of 4 from the stripe right now.
And these free throws really matter to Roseville area in this game. Everyone is going to be critical.
Chakolis back in the game. That's good. She went down, as I mentioned, a little bit on that one free throw, but she appears to be fine. 9-point difference. Here comes Battle. The 8th grader feeds it off to Dlayla Chakolis. Bueckers back in the game. She'll pop the three. That's going to be short. And a rebound hauled down by Hopkins. Again, a battle for it. Chakolis muscles that ball. Good short look that time, and the bucket is good. Battle has her first bucket. Now the starting 5 has scored for Hopkins in this game.
Yeah, you can't give the Hopkins Royals 3, 4, 5 chances, or really even 2. That's where the rebounding becomes critical. It's a nice play down low for the Roseville area. High percentage shots by Hope.
Game really hasn't got a rhythm yet, has it?
No, it hasn't, and even though Hopkins is up by quite a bit, they don't really have a flow either to their offense.
Coach Crosby. Bueckers will inbound the ball. Got the open look. That's a three-pointer if it goes in. It did, but it came back up. And then Chakolis strong on the boards, the 5'7" junior.
I know, she plays a lot bigger than 5'7", that's for sure.
Inbound pass. Hood has it. Now she's got a nice break here. Let's see if she can take advantage. Good pass. Nice assist with the left-handed layup.
Nice transition game. Nice job by
Howard. First bucket of the game for her. Chakolis again, very strong underneath. Battle for it. Hammond picks it up.
Third opportunity.
Suggs. That one's knocked out of bounds, and that's going to be Hopkins basketball. Boy, there's a battle down there underneath that board. 19-10. Royals with the lead.
And this is how you get it done against Hopkins. You get into transition basketball to get easy baskets. It was led by Jada Hood.
Open look for three. Not going to go.
Amaya Battle trying to get her shot on. The 8th grader has the green light to take those shots.
Ugas with the board. Outlet to Nelson. Nelson will give it back over to Ugas. Tamia, the freshman, will dish it off to Barnes. That's her guarded by Suggs. Trying to baseline and kind of coming back inside and picked up on the loose ball by Battle. Dish, Chakolis running the baseline.
That's nice looking basketball. Great job by Amaya Battle pushing that ball down court. And Chakolis does her thing.
11-point lead for the Royals, 7:26 to go in half number 1. 8 of those have come off the turnovers.
Up strong on that.
Going to be a chance at 3. You guess. 9-point average during the season. 6'3" freshman.
Well, she's going to be a solid player as she grows into this game. Nice size, nice ability down low.
To me, you guess 2 points in the game yesterday. Good look at the freshman, 44% shooter from the free throw line. And Roseville doesn't have anybody in there on the miss. They're all back. This Hopkins team's
It's not a bad plan.
It isn't.
Get set, make them set up. The last thing you want is them getting easy buckets by fast breaking on you all night. So if you fall back right away, they're not going to be able to do that.
Nelson. Barnes. Raiders with the basketball. Trying to be patient. This defense just really gives you no room to breathe.
Yeah, it is a stifling defense.
Johnston inside. Strong move. Got the shot. 3 points in the game for her. 7-point lead for the Royals.
Jada Johnston. That was a great shot. I mean, she had 2 defenders on her, and that's not an easy shot to take.
Chakolis just inside the free throw line. She has 8. And there's that full court pressure. Bueckers on Nelson. Nelson gets it up. Try to set up the offense now in the hand of Barnes. Guarded by Suggs. Kaylee Nelson, the junior. Iserman trying to drive. Some contact over there. Everybody seems to be okay. There's Brian Cosgriff. Man alive. 504 wins for that guy. He comes into every game prepared. There, ooh, yeah. Trying to get over there to draw the charge.
Yeah, she was late in getting there.
But Coach, Cos, man, a McAllister grad, but he comes in these games every game. There's nobody that's going to surprise him. 504 wins and only 66 losses in his 19 years. That's just remarkable. Coach Burmeister, Coach Contreras helping him there on the sideline as well.
Yeah, this is the Hopkins Royals are a well-coached group of athletes. And it all starts with Brian Cosgriff.
You know what's fun, though, is his enthusiasm for girls basketball. You talk about a big proponent of it.
And he takes it so seriously, and it's every practice, every little thing has to be done just right, and the focus and what it takes to be great.
Yeah, he's a good one. 23-15 now. Hopkins corner, that's an open look. And a left-handed Kira Mosley puts it up and in. I'll tell you something about Kira. You know who her father is, Tony. You know what Tony does? Played in Prince's new Power Generation band.
Awesome.
How about that? 25-15. Hopkins here in the first half. Let's take a look at this evening's Fan Cam, brought to you by 45 TV. The Hawaiian look, the island look.
I like it.
There again.
A little bunch over there.
Yeah. Remember who said, hey, we're wearing Hawaiian shirts to the game tonight? Because everybody looks like they participated.
You want to do that tomorrow for the day?
You want to go? Yeah, we can get that island look. I'm all for it. Have a little island weather to go with it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Five minutes to go. 25-15 first half. Roseville area coming off that nice win over Cretin-Derham Hall. Hopkins coming over a strong win over Forest Lake. Jada Hood down in the corner.
She needs some help. Need to go help her.
Look at the pressure. Ends up in the hands of Ugas and then stolen by Bueckers. It is absolutely relentless defensive pressure. No looker. Chakolis.
Yeah, Chakolis just gets the job done. Let's just put it like that.
Assist Paige Bueckers. 10 points for Dlayla right now. 4.5 to go. Halftime. Suggs.
Don't foul her.
Oh, man. Rebound. Nelson right there to pull it down. Pull down the miss. Off the beat Hild. Here comes Hood. Jada Hood.
Jada Hood has done a fantastic job in this game. She really has set the tone and the pace for Roseville area. Nice, easy basket.
Johnson, recipient of a great assist there for Roseville. 27-17. With the basketball, it's Amaya Battle, the 8th grader, to the sophomore Paige Bueckers.
Battle really stepped up for this team when Bueckers went out with her injury. And Battle got the start. She plays that point guard position.
Yeah, that'll go back to Roseville area. Timeout on the court. 10-point spread right now. We're in the first half. From Target Center, winner gets Eastview on Saturday night.
Welcome back to the Target Center. Leah was just touching on this when Paige went out for a month this season with her ankle injury. The emergence of 8th grader Amaya Battle as the fill-in starting point guard has really allowed Paige to play more of a 2-guard system and cause their offense to flow better, as well as allowing Paige to use less energy in bringing the ball up the floor. For the team, that injury may have been a little bit of a blessing in disguise, with Amaya really stepping up.
Yeah, thanks, Allie. And Paige, of course, had a great summer playing down in Argentina in the American World Championships down there, winning a gold medal. Not a bad way to spend your summer, huh?
Right.
That's where you hope you get to write a paper on what I did on my summer vacation. It's about the time they don't ask you when you finally have something.
Exactly.
There she is right there. Hanging in the air, and a foul is called, and she'll get a chance at a 3-point play.
And wow, does she make it look easy. Pushing the ball up the court, looking around for her teammates, decides to take it herself, and then she gets pushed by her own teammate, smiles it up. They're having a little bit of fun out there.
I saw them do that little kind of push in the opening lineups as well, where Bueckers pushed somebody, so it must be a little routine they got going. Although if I'm Brian Cosgriff, I'm saying, no.
Right.
Let's knock that one off.
I don't want no injuries.
I'm looking around to see if I see the Eastview team sitting here somewhere. I'm sure they're up here watching, don't you think? Or are they home already?
I'm sure they're in here somewhere.
30-17. Trying to get down. Look at that. There's 3 people around the ball, and they will draw a foul. But Josie Howard all of a sudden has the basketball. Next thing she knows up, she's triple teamed.
Wait, where's her teammate? Oh, they're going back.
Yeah, they've been dropping back on those free throws.
Well, I think Roseville area should be pleased with what they're doing in this game so far, in particular the way they're getting to that free throw line. You got to finish there, but being aggressive, forcing Hopkins to foul you.
Yeah, I have to take advantage of these free throws, and there's a violation if she missed it, but she didn't. That little fake pumping, and it makes everybody lean in. I kind of like that. Battle. Bueckers. Suggs with the rebound. You got a little famous family member too there. Her uncle is Terrell Suggs, Baltimore Raven, remember him. And then her cousin, of course, is a great player from Minnehaha Academy, Jalen Suggs. He's a real deal too.
He sure is.
32-18. Boy, this won't drop. Man, that was a shot they wanted too.
I hate to see him miss those easy bunnies. That's a shot you need. You have to have in this first half of this game.
18 boards right now for Hopkins, 10 for Roseville area. Jada Hood will come back in the ball game, as will Jade Presley, as Chakolis will take a well-deserved timeout here.
Yeah, she was working down low.
Battle. Guarded out front by Sarah Beadhill. Mosley. Baseline. And there's some aggressive defense that time from Roseville area. They'll get the ball back as a result of that.
One of the things that makes Hopkins so difficult is their balanced scoring. It comes from everyone, and that's Raena Suggs. You know who that is. It's Paige Bueckers. And Chakolis has been outstanding in this game. So many players. There's about 58 players sitting on their bench. So I'm not sure how talented they all are, but I think there's a lot more talented players.
Raena Suggs backs it up for the three. Well, the credit for that one, Jade Presley pops it over. That was a nice play on her part.
It sure was. Jade Presley, she's the energy player on this team that they look to. Nice follow-up by Amaya Battle as well.
Hood out to the corner now. There's an open look. Too much.
Too much. Good decision making.
Bueckers got a 1-on-3. That doesn't matter. He'll take it in and draw the foul and get the bucket.
The way she can pick apart a defense.
Well, I know some of the schools have come to look at her. It sounds like she's going to have a pick of pretty much anywhere.
Slips right through the two defenders. Leans her body in to lay it in. Coach Cosgriff said that UConn's been in the gym more. I mean, all the time. It's been constant, you know.
That would be a hard one to turn down, wouldn't it? That would be a hard one to say no to.
I would think so. But she's going to have a lot of options as long as she stays healthy and she stays humble and does what she's doing right now.
37-18. This is Hopkins' defense that is just, I mean, you can't even stop to set up a play hardly.
No, you can't.
Bueckers again. Now she'll back it up. You just wait till the last one. Sure looks like it.
Yep,
stay tuned for the Trio Orthopedic Center halftime show. We're gonna have highlights, interviews with Chris, Jenny, Marissa. Looking forward to that. Allie will have more down on the court for us here at halftime, by the way, just before we take that break. Bueckers now with 10, and now we begin a little bit of the movement. 8-7 still out there. Now with 6-5. There's that pass with 4. And a rebound. Hopkins, man, at the buzzer. Like a textbook battle. On a 16-3 run, they end that first half. And they're all, look at how fired up they are.
Wow, just going in for the half, and Amaya Battle can't get up the court.
39-18. Hopkins Royals hitting on all cylinders in this state semifinal. Look at this, right at the buzzer, man. Boom. Let's go down to Allie. She's with head coach Brian Cosgriff.
Coach, how are you able to create such a balanced attack in that first half?
Well, I think we did a good job of going to the offensive glass, and I think we need to do a better job of transitioning the basketball and, you know, limit our fouls. I think it's a pretty good first half for us, though.
How do you close this one out? You see a lot of things working well. You mentioned a couple things, but you almost have this in the bag.
No, we don't. It's far from that. Far from that. We've been up like this before and lost games, so we got to take one stop, one possession at a time, offensively and defensively, and take care of the basketball and execute our stuff. If we do that, we got a good shot. But if we don't, this is a great basketball team that's well coached, and this is far from over.
Staying humble. Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Thanks, Allie. And there he goes, Brian Cosgriff walking into the locker room. 504 wins in his pocket. That's just phenomenal. Hopkins Royals out to 39-18 lead. Jeff Crosby, great basketball player. He went to college, by the way, the head coach of Roseville area. Jeff went to Wisconsin River Falls. and St. Mary's, but 9 years for Roseville. And Sam and Scott are his assistants over there doing a great job. But what's he going to tell the girls at halftime?
Well, I think Roseville area actually did a pretty nice job in this first half of basketball. They came out and they were aggressive. They can't miss any little shots or little bunnies, and they can't get flustered. I didn't see that very much in the first half. They just have to stand up to this Hopkins team, not be intimidated, and take it to them.
Boy, not the case. You can come into a tip-off and it's Hopkins and you get kind of
you get flustered. Yeah, and it's pretty easy to do when you have someone pestering you the whole entire time. There's nothing that's going to come easy.
The Eastview squad is leaving the building now, getting ready for their Saturday night matchup, watching the first half of this one. Much more to come at halftime. We're looking forward to that. 39-18 here. Hopkins with the lead over Roseville area.
Jenny Johnson, Roseville had some success when they worked the ball down low. Jada Hood looking for her big players down on the block.
They sure did. You know, she does a really nice job of keeping her head up when she penetrates and laying that way and sees the open player when Hopkins steps off to help on her. That has been the one thing that has been very successful for Roseville offensively this first half.
Jada Johnson making herself available. Tough to play down low there against the Hopkins bigs, Jenny.
Yeah, the other thing that's impressive about Jada Johnson is she does take her time to get her balance when she gets the ball inside. Hopkins is so active defensively, and she's able to ball fake and get a good shot off.
Marissa, Leah said it during the first half. Hopkins did not look like they had great rhythm, and yet still they have this big lead at halftime.
That's what happens when you have really balanced scoring amongst all of your starters and off your bench. I think it is something to talk about that it started with their defense. You could feel them start to clamp down a little bit in their half-court defense with their pressure, get some easy steals that led to some easy baskets on the other end.
Dlayla Chakolis on the block in the prior highlight. There she is with the jumper in the lane. Tonight's stats are brought to you by U.S. Bank, the power of possible. Marissa?
Hopkins took care of the basketball. They committed only 3 turnovers, and in turn, they also had 13 points off Roseville turnovers.
Hopkins up 39-18 here as we look ahead to the second half of the second Class 4A semifinal coming up on 45 TV. Jenny, what does Roseville need to do to punch their way back into this?
Well, they need to be strong with the basketball whenever they have it on offense. Get their elbows out, be very strong. Defensively, I like the box and one.
Let's go down and hear from Roseville area coach Jeff Crosby.
Coach held to 18 points in the first half. How do you establish a rhythm in the second?
Yeah, we just got to do a better job with us having 18 points, just taking care of the basketball overall. We're getting some loose ball turnovers. We're getting up 6 steals, easy points for them. They finished on a 10-0 run in the second half to our first half, extended from 11 to 21. That's something we can't have happen.
Thanks, Coach. Dave and Leah. All
right, thanks, Allie. And 7th consecutive 20-plus win season for the Roseville girls basketball. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's a nice program he's got going on over there.
Ball will be inbounded by Hopkins Royals, number 2 seed in this tournament. Number 1 seed is Eastview, and the Lightning still undefeated after the win over their rival, Lakeville North Panthers, tonight. They went to overtime earlier this year. Tonight, Eastview had a really strong second half and won that game, so they'll play Saturday night against the winner of this. Suggs now open and can't hit it, but coming from the top and stealing that ball momentarily, the Royals, and just slipping in there and doing a nice job against Amaya Battle, but this jump ball will go to the Roseville Raiders.
Battle does a nice job of getting positioning. She's not a big player, but she's a smart basketball player, so she gets in the right spots at the right time.
That turnover will result in a ball right underneath the Hopkins basket. Starting half number 2. Bueckers. Boy, that's a hard one to defense.
They can get this ball in.
Jada Hood, she really, Jenny was just talking about her. She's an impressive basketball player, but boy, they're just not giving her much space to work. Although she creates a little space. That's a great pass she made right there.
Yeah, she's got a great handle on the ball and sees the court so well.
Dlayla Chakolis has just had a nice, steady, consistent game. That's her 12th point. Timeout called with 16:56 on the clock. Hopkins looking just as powerful as you would expect this team to look. Yeah, Coach Crosby, of course, a little disappointed in the way they let that slip away there toward the end of the first half.
David.
Let's look at a little bit of Chakolis again, Leah.
Everything she does, she kind of does. She knows she's going to score this ball right here, and the way she attacks the basket and gets in there, she's just, it seems effortless with her. Takes it to the middle of the floor and lays it in. I mean, she's had a great game here and has been very consistent.
Jada Johnston will inbound the pass to Jada Hood. Again, Hopkins, this is what they do, give you that full court pressure. UGAS comes up to help out in your midcourt. There's Hood, but again, as you can see, there's really no room to stand out there, and she tries to go for the shot. That one's blocked. Now a whistle, and a foul will be called on the Royals on Hopkins. And that foul will be on Amaya Battle, the 8th grader. 8 points in the first half for her.
Can't imagine the experience of getting all of this in a state tournament game in the 8th grade. I always think that's so amazing.
You know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Olympics when you get a young first-time Olympian and they win a gold medal. It's like, you know, I don't know if it really dawns on them.
Right, they're kind of fearless.
Yeah, and maybe a few years later you go, wait a minute.
What did I just do?
So in a way, it's kind of an advantage, I suppose, that they just, although they're young, they don't, maybe there's not that fear factor. It's just the way it's supposed to be, you know.
That's all I know.
Jada Johnston, the sophomore, averages 13 points a game. They've kept her in check pretty good here so far. Hadn't touched the ball a whole lot. And now the defense comes up behind. The steal brought back by Roseville area, and then that'll be an over and back right there on the Royals. Inbound in front of the scorers table now for the Raiders, trying to get something cooking here. A couple of shots if they can, just to kind of get a rhythm established. Jada Hood, the 5'6" junior, guarded tightly. Again by Battle. Bueckers comes up to guard Kaylee Nelson. I think Kaylee's going to Duluth next year. Not next year. I think she'll wait till she's graduated. She's a senior next year. So, but I think she's already committed to going up to Duluth, I believe.
She's not coming out early. Players are doing that now, Dave.
Yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't try to predict anything. You know? It's changed.
She'll be in school. She's not going anywhere.
See a lot of these football kids recruit and leave school early and get into camp early. Veedhild with the basketball, and then out on top here's another fall. So it's kind of a series of whistles. And that'll slow pace a little bit. 15:41 to go. Substitutions coming in. This will be Jade Presley for Hopkins. Now Roseville trying to get something cooking off of that pick down low. Nelson has it. Hood batted away by the quick hands of the Royals. Battle.
You see how difficult it's been for Roseville area just to get the ball moved around the perimeter, even just getting good passes, and that's because of the stingy defense from the Royals.
UGAS, and now they'll just try to get inside, get something there. Back out to Nelson, and Nelson's shot is going to fall short. Chakolis picks it up off to Bueckers, and here she comes now with 15 minutes left in this one. Suggs driving. Good defense that time, but again on the board. Battle from the corner. Suggs. She got 7.
Dave, when you see teams play defense like this, like the Royals are playing, you know that they have to practice that defense every day because you can't just turn it on and off. That's what they do, and they have to do it all the time. It's a commitment, and it's not easy.
Jada Johnston at the free throw line. You know, Roseville has yet to score in the second half. So Johnston will try to break that. See if there's a cover on that rim. There is not.
Jada Johnston has shown just a lot of poise in this tournament. A great athlete.
Down them both. Timeout in the court. We'll take a break right here on 45 TV with Raena Suggs raining in a 3. Back in the Target Center here on 45 TV, bringing you the state semifinals here tonight in the 4A. And Leah B. Olson will get a winner here tonight. They'll take on Eastview, and there's Bueckers, and that's why she's highly recruited right there. Just backs it up and fires in that 3.
So quick.
Yeah.
Her shots are just incredible.
Well, they had to look like a fast break and just couldn't get it down in time to have. I mean, that just tells you, even when Hopkins was all down on the other end, they just couldn't get the ball down there in time. And
nice pass by Amaya Battle. There is a hand up in her face, and it doesn't matter. Bueckers hits a big shot.
Josie Howard guarded by Chakolis. She's an opening down in the lane. Too hard rebound. Raiders one more time. This will be a foul. You've got 29-point spread. I think 35 is when they do running time, isn't it?
That's correct. Yep, that's the mercy rule.
Yeah, that usually kicks in, what, 9 minutes left or less. Hopefully doesn't get to that because Jada Johnston trying to get her team on track here a little bit if she can. She has all the points in this second half, which is 3, all from the stripe. She'll try it once again. She had 16 in that nice win yesterday over Cretan. Hopkins down in a hurry and quickly put up that 10-foot jumper by Amaya Battle. She has double figures now.
She's picking up after Bueckers. Saying anything you can do, I can try too.
Jada Johnston trying to get through all the traffic. Off to Drea Barnes. Left side long 3. That's going to be shy, and trying to save it, but it had already landed out of bounds. So Hopkins will get it back. Amaya Battle is the starting point guard, while Bueckers was out. Only enhanced Hopkins. I mean, Bueckers was out and hurt for a while. And suddenly they discovered, boy, they got a pretty little ball player out there.
Yeah, and Coach Cosgriff has nothing but positive things to say about Amaya Battle and her being a great student, a great person, and a great athlete. And
well, and Paige Bueckers doesn't have to worry about making sure she gets the ball up court because Battle can do the same thing. They can kind of take it easy. It takes a little pressure off of Bueckers.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Suggs cut off nicely that time. Tried the other way. Quick passes. That's Chakolis. Looking in the middle. Battle. Chakolis. Top. And that shot by Presley is no good. Bodies fall down, but Roseville ends up with that basketball. Here comes Jada Hood now. Pushing it up. Trying to get some kind of flow established. There's been really none in half number 2.
Trying to find an open player on this court. Ooh, ouch.
Roseville will maintain possession. Tomorrow, 12 noon again, we go at it with the single A games. Looking forward to that tomorrow. Minneota against Lyle Pacelli. Lyle Pacelli way down there by the Iowa border, Austin area. 2 schools. I think it's a co-op. I think they share sports. I don't know if they don't have separate schools, but
big win for them over Heritage Christian Academy. Sleepy Eye defeat Ada Bora.
Yeah, it went right down to the wire, didn't it?
Yeah, 53-51. That's a big win.
Another whistle. Coach Crosby on the side. but you just can't get anything established. Really, either team. I mean, 51-22, but it's been kind of stop and go, stop and go.
Yeah, it's definitely been a choppy game.
Battle will bring it up. Hood trying to go for the steal. Nothing there. Presley off the Battle. This is Suggs. Presley. I mean, very, very patient right now. And they got room on top to do this. Amaya Battle now looks for Bueckers. And she'll shoot over the defender. Good defense that time. That was a good effort by Drea Barnes, a junior, to stick with her. Nelson will come back in. Barnes will go out after that nice defensive effort.
Well, the Raiders are sticking in there, even though I'm sure they're exhausted and they know it's an uphill battle from here, but they're working hard in there, in particular on the defensive end.
Chakolis is open, and the shot is no good. And they're the Royals to haul it down. Battle for the rebound. And that'll be Roseville's. Well, let's see here. That'll stay in Hopkins' hands. (51-22). Royals, #2 seed in the tournament. Wide open look, not going to go. Plenty physical underneath the boards right now.
Sure is.
Here comes Hood. Nice pass. And they just can't get it to go. One more time for Howard. That time she got it. And believe it or not, that is the first field goal of the second half for Roseville.
That's how difficult it has been to get anything going for Roseville area.
There's a foul. Hood picks it up. And Suggs will shoot the free throws now. She had 23 yesterday in the win over Forest Lake. She was the leading scorer for Hopkins. What's Raena doing next year? Do you know? Isn't she a senior?
She sure is.
Man, she's a good player. That's Kayla Adams right there coming into the basketball game. Kayla's a sophomore, 5'6". She's got a 3 to her credit in this game. Bueckers are taking a little time on the bench. And Suggs will try one more time. A little too hard.
I'm curious how much rotation we'll get in this Hopkins bench. He's got all his key starters out there right now.
Backing it up, looking for something there in the corner now. And that won't go for Angie Hammond. But a whistle stops play. And the foul is on Roseville area. Quick passes. Hammond, Adams, Battle. And the ball sails out of bounds. It'll go to Roseville. Trying to block out down there was Josie Howard.
She did a nice job of it, too.
Timeout on the court. Tonight's game summary brought to you by Catholic United Life Insurance, annuities, and retirement products. There you go, Leah.
Well, Hopkins being led by Bueckers as we expected. Chakolis has had a huge game in battle. The 8th grader, 10 points. Roseville area had some big play from Johnston, Ugas, Hogg, and I want to also mention Jada Hood. I thought she's been outstanding in this game. She really has showed her athleticism, her ability to move the ball up and down the court and run her team.
Yeah, I like her a lot. That's her right there, dribbling the basketball. Off to Kaylee Nelson. Nelson makes a nice move toward the hoop, and it just will not drop. One of the story of the night for him. Chakolis will dish it off to Battle, and then the outside three-pointer on the way. Doesn't go that time for Kayla Adams. Rebound hauled down by the Raiders. Hood going right to the basket, splits the defense, gets the shot, draws the foul.
That's what she has done for this team. I mean, she's just been consistently good from beginning right straight through. Just a smart, savvy basketball player and willing to give up her body to take it inside.
Get up a little slow there. I don't know if that's, you know, she got her knee wrapped and might have bumped it on the way down.
Well, it's been a physical game, to say the least.
You know, keep an eye on her because it looked like it went down hard on that. Now yeah, sure, she's pulling that wrap up a little bit. See, she'll land hard on it. Boom.
Yeah, that would hurt. She seems fine now.
Bueckers. Adams. Chakolis down in the corner. Hammond up in the corner of that free throw line. There's Adams down the opposite side. Too hard. Rebound. Chakolis strong to the boards. Pulled down by the Raiders. Here they come. Hood has it. And try to push it up. Hopkins trying to get back fast. Beautiful pass. Shot won't go.
I want Hood to get paid off at the end of one of those great passes.
It's a series a little faster passing that time. Again, another beautiful assist. Don't go up with it, though. I know she wanted you guys to go up with that pass. Felt she couldn't with that Hopkins defense around her. She kicked it back out. She'll have the ball, so she'll pop this three herself and get it.
She has done a lot in this game tonight.
Yeah, she got a motor.
And she really doesn't. She hasn't. It's not quitting yet. She's like, we got 9 minutes on the clock, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do.
Well, kind of getting back to the 8th grader battle coming on when Bueckers couldn't play there for about a number of games. And so she kind of had to establish herself. Then Bueckers came back in and as a starter, and I don't think anybody's been within 20 since that time. I'll have to look at the numbers, but here's Hood's shot.
Takes a big one from outside, has some space. I mean, she's really showed herself out here tonight, and she's been outstanding and just done a lot of little gritty things for this team. It's a big shot.
I thought of that. I was looking at their sectional final game when they beat South 95-62. South's got a nice team.
Yeah, has those Hill sisters.
And in the state quarters over Forest Lake the other night, but I don't have their scores in front of me, but I should look for those. I know I got them on the program. Maybe they're right here, but I think once that combination, I mean, it's pretty amazing. You saw an 8th grader really just completely mature when she had to, as far as a basketball player is concerned, and then when Bueckers comes back, it just kind of eased the load for Paige.
Absolutely.
And they've been cruising since that time.
Well, and it speaks to coaching as well, to knowing that she was ready to step into that role.
That might have been early February, I think, about that time, if I look back at it. There's a whistle. Stopping play underneath. This will be on Kaylee Nelson. 51-38, 8:51 to go in this basketball game. Hopkins Royals out of the Lake Conference, Roseville area out of the Suburban East. Amaya Battle. Just going to stand out there. What's she up to?
Well, there's 8 minutes left on the clock, so hopefully not dribbling for 8 more minutes.
They're just going to try draw them out, and you think Roseville's just going to sit back? Sarah Beadhild is on the top there. That's a great shot.
This is a Hopkins move, that's for sure.
Fans love it.
It's always entertaining. Amaya's feeling the crowd. They're going to force him to come up and play him.
Well, let me do the play-by-play. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
This would be a good chance for me to learn play-by-play, Dave. Let me do it. Amaya dribbles with the left hand and her right.
And left here.
The fans aren't happy. The Hopkins bench is having a good time.
What's the point here? They just want Roseville to come on out.
They're going to force them. They're going to force them to come out and defend them.
Some of the girls, I mean, on the court are smiling about it. Defense and offense.
The question may be, why is it necessary?
I'm going to run up and grab something to eat, so give me a buzz if anything happens.
They're going to start to move. He's asking them to move into it now.
Getting into the, yep.
Let's get the offense rolling. How about a pass?
Here we go.
There's a foul.
And Jada Hood.
That's a frustration foul.
Well, she wasn't liking it. She's ready to get some basketball here, and then
yeah, she's feeling frustrated by that.
Boy, timeout in the court. They're going to talk things over and get this all organized. 6:52 to go. 51-30. Hopkins with the lead. Right here, brought to you by Minnesota Rusco since 1955.
The 8th grader Battle gets it to the junior Chakolis, who has been outstanding in this game. She's one of those players Chakolis that's going to do a lot of different things for your team.
When they came out last time out, I'll just tell you, it was a minute 55 of dribbling. Not that I was keeping track.
Glad we've moved into the offense a little quicker this time.
Bueckers.
There's Amaya, there's Chakolis, and you finish it off with Bueckers. They're just kind of enjoying themselves at this point.
I think Jeff Morhorst for coming up with that minute 55 nugget for us. I've seen it longer, though. I'll be honest. I've seen it in the boys' game longer than that. And it's always a fan favorite. The fans just love it.
It's really television friendly.
Bueckers, quick hands. Soft touch. She's doing what she does best. Everything.
Little contact there.
Allie's courtside. Let's head down to Allie.
Dave, this court here at Target Center is longer than high school gyms. So in preparation for the tournament, Hopkins practiced at the new fitness center here to get used to that difference. I'm curious, Dave and Leah, do you guys think that this helps? I mean, obviously they're playing well tonight, but overall, do you think that's a good move?
I do. I think it's a big deal to get on a big court before you come out here, because what happens, in particular when you play up-tempo defense like that, is you get wiped out. Just a little extra space makes it a lot more exhausting. So I think it's a smart move.
Well, the pushing thing is...
That's a big deal with them. I guess they're just having a lot of fun.
Well, they're up by 26 points, and they are doing everything Hopkins does, man. They just got that tradition of being a powerful program, and they've come out and displayed that. But the weird part about this game, Leah, is that neither team, frankly, has had any kind of, flow. A lot of stoppages, a little bit rough at times, and so it's one of those kind of games.
If you're going to go back to your season, if you're Hopkins, you're not going to pick this one out as probably one of your favorite games by any means. And the Roseville area had a few moments where they really showed what they could do. The rest has been a struggle.
Hood trying to get something going. Chakolis stopped that. Now she almost knocked that one loose. Tiana Iserman to the hoop. Traveled. Tomorrow back at it, 12 noon. Single A teams are going at it. Always a kick to watch them. Yeah, that's just a hard bracket to predict. I mean, even when you see the teams, it's still
absolutely
difficult. I was hoping to see that Ada Bora band tomorrow.
I know, that's your favorite. Yeah. I know.
New London Spicer has a good one, too. There's a lot of
Oh, yeah, you're right. They have a really good one.
A lot of talent out here. The Hopkins band's been good tonight. And that shot a little too hard, but again, bodies on the floor. Scrambling for the ball. That possession arrow is going to go to Roseville.
Dave, I wanted to mention at halftime, they showed a feature on Dorothy McIntyre.
Yes.
Worked at the State High School League, started a lot of the women's programs in high school sports. And I just wanted to mention that I've had the opportunity to work with Dorothy at the high school league, and we've actually done some speaking together where she tells the history of women's sports, and then I kind of tell where the game is now. And she is still at it, doing her work, making changes. And I'm proud to call her a friend. She has really made an impact on the state and the game of women's basketball overall.
That was a nice piece.
That was great. It was great to see those pictures.
Well deserved too. And then, you know, there was a time when girls basketball, remember, was played in the fall. Timeout, 3:55 to go in this one. Hopkins with a big lead. Here come the Raiders.
If they can get up some shots.
Barnes. Haug. Nelson down low. Can't make it go. They've only had 2 field goals in the second half. What does that tell you about the Hopkins defense?
Tough? Yeah. And that's so hard. I give Roseville area credit just because they haven't given up. They haven't been like they just want to quit, walk out of the game. I mean, they have played so hard in this game, and they continue to do so. That is not an easy thing to do when you're in a battle like this one.
I was thinking back last year. We had an undefeated team last year, didn't we, win the 4A? Elk River.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The other part that's pretty cool to see in Minnesota basketball, I know you're very proud of it, as we all should be, but it's the success of so many of these young ladies after they leave the high school program. They're really doing well at the next level.
Yeah, and that's why you'd like to see some of them stay home here in Minnesota, because we're growing some great players.
Well, we got Carly Wagner over at the U, who's had,
wow.
had a heck of a career.
She had a stellar career over there.
Not over yet. And then you have Kenesha Bell. You and I got to see her play high school basketball over at Kennedy.
Yep.
They
She's over at the U of M.
In fact, that's who Eastview beat, I think, in a state championship game, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Those were good battles.
Yeah, that was a close game. In fact, I think Eastview came from behind to win that toward the end of the game against a really good Kennedy team.
Well, earlier today when we were doing the Robbinsdale Cooper game, I asked Kiera Buford, the former Gopher, and if she was paying any attention to the Gophers going to the NCAA tournament and playing Green Bay on Friday, and she said, nope, I've had zero time to watch any college basketball. I've just been focused on my team.
Yeah. Yeah, she's an impressive coach. Just chatting with her. But who isn't at this level?
Yeah, and they're so dedicated to their teams. You know, it is what they do all the time.
Well, we'll see if the Gophers, I don't know if they have anybody in the fold yet for Minnesota or not for this year. We'll show that. We were just talking about this.
This is, and you know how hard that is to do, the perfect season. Sauk Center is the team that might be able to break that record. They went straight through with all wins. They would hit 33.
That's good. And that is Jade Presley. For Jade, that's her first point of the night. Yeah, Sauk Center, the Main Streeters, they had a pretty tough quarterfinal game. We'll see them tomorrow night. looking forward to that.
I remember last year them in the tournament. Was it the battle with them and Roseau for the championship?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
good memory, yeah.
That was a good one, too.
And Roseau had 3 of the Barovich sisters.
That's right.
Now they're down to
Barovich
2.
sisters.
Now they're down to just 2.
Casey and Kelsey and Cassie, or no, I've named too many. Kylie, that's right. She
Carly
graduated.
yeah. Yeah, Carly was impressive, wasn't she, as a shooter? Just
It was great.
They all are. But anyway, so Roseau's back here, and tomorrow we'll get to see them. And there's a shot by Kaylee Nelson. And it stops the clock at 2:05. Yeah, so we'll see Roseau tomorrow. Paige Bueckers has had a nice effort here.
Got a good view of what Paige Bueckers can do in a basketball game, and she can do a little bit of everything. You know, she hits big shots. She can push the ball up and down the court, and then look how well she sees her teammates. Dishing the ball. That's a beautiful pass by Chakolis, but she lays it right in. She's not a big, physical, strong player, although Paige Bueckers, who's the player of the game, she's a lot taller than last year. If we looked at pictures of her, I feel like she's grown like 2 or 3 inches since last time we saw her in the tournament. She's been outstanding, and she's been super casual with it. I don't think we've seen her play at her highest level at all yet.
Tonight's player of the game brought to you by Preferred One. Achieve your best health with Preferred One health plans. Nice look there at Josie Howard, 5'11" sophomore for Roseville. You know, Jeff's got some young kids over there too in his starting lineup. I mean, he was junior, freshman, sophomore, junior, first off the bench, junior, sophomore. So, and another sophomore. So he got to feel good about his team.
Yeah, that's a big deal to get this far. Roseville area will no longer be surprising people, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Eastview, of course, they want to be an undefeated champ. They got a shot at it. They're going to see some substitutions coming in here for the suburban East Roseville area squad, getting ready to come in after we see the free throws here by Amaya Battle. 11 points in the game here this evening from the stripe. She is 1 of 2. Now 2 of 3.
She's a high-flying free throw.
There you go. And the Roseville fans, nice round of applause for the kids out there. I see Sam Betterman's come into the game along with Trista Gruntner. Got them both. And now we'll see some other substitutions coming in. Elena Contreras is coming in, another 8th grader for Hopkins. This will be Sam Betterman bringing the ball up on the pass over from Elena Witt. There's Witt and Betterman with a little catch. Also in the game, Riley Parker. She's over on the right side. Where's jersey 31? Free throw line now, and just working the ball around. Knocked loose momentarily, but picked up out there by Trista Gruntner. That's Trista trying to drive on that left side and on the baseline and doesn't get it. Rebound Battle. Nice move and a good effort. No good. And you know what's cool? Did you see the Roseville starters up standing, hoping that the shot went in and cheering for their teammate?
Yeah, that's
They're not
a big
hanging their
deal.
heads.
Yeah.
They should. I mean, that with the youth on this team.
Oh yeah, this team.
Don't feel bad for Jeff. He's got plenty of talent coming back.
He's in good shape. You got a few smiles there, rooting on those young players. I mean, there's obviously some frustration and sadness that they weren't just looking at this game; they were looking at a championship, and that's what everyone at this level does. What an amazing season they have had.
So one more time on the free throws. Both of them. Penelope Jones. Hopkins with the basketball in 1:15 now. Kind of move it around a little bit there in the hands of Monty Jones. Samaya Buchanan in the ball game. Taylor Woodson. She is a 7th grader, by the way. Taylor is 5'11", 7th grader.
There you go. They got a few more inches in her.
Yeah, I think she was turning up in JV. Ball will be inbounded underneath by Imani Jones, the 5'4" junior. Now more substitutions coming in. Brian trying to get everybody on that roster. And Tony Cody comes in. Rachel Jager comes in. I see Suzanne Patterson in the game. The ball will be inbounded by Andrea Gray. Out on top to Patterson. Also in the game, Sarah Cosberg. Ball knocked loose, up for grabs. Hauled down by Patterson. Cosberg, Sarah. Over to Suzanne Patterson. Andrea Gray. The ball stolen. Nice defensive play by Rajani Meadows.
Fun to get in and get a steal.
To Maya Hill. Ball stolen. Quickly coming down the other way as Gray can't get the shot to drop. Down to 24 seconds, and then a whistle will stop the clock at 24 as Hopkins gets ready to celebrate a semifinal victory here. But we got a little basketball left for sure. And then Rachel Jager will be at the free throw line, the junior, with a chance to get her name in the scorebook here in the state tournament. Yeah, should set up nicely here. Can't get it to drop. Eastview and Hopkins 39-18. That's what it was at halftime here for Hopkins. So they've dominated the whole game. But keep in mind, in the quarters, they held Forest Lake to only 38 points. This isn't all that unusual for the Hopkins team.
Let's remember, Eastview has beat Hopkins once this season.
To Maya Hill. Hill was 17 seconds. Into the lane. Nice looking drive. Circles the rim, though. It's kind of been the story of the night. And then she came from out of bounds, I think, and touched that. She knew it. Ball goes back to the Royals with 11 seconds to go. Coach Cosgriff watches the ball in the hands of Sarah Cosberg, the 5'7" junior, bringing it up. Guarded by Sam Betterman, and that will end the ball game. And the Royals are back into familiar territory, into a state championship game with a pretty convincing 61-34 win over Roseville area here this evening in the final game of the night. So they move on to take on the undefeated Eastview Lightning and Molly Casper's team on Saturday night. That should be a battle. That should really be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be a fantastic way to finish out the evening. Eastview and Hopkins battling it out for the championship game. And they've already played once this season, and Eastview came out on the better end of that. What will happen in the championship game? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out, or come down to Target Center.
Yeah, because Eastview looked really good. That Lakeville North team, that's a nice team. That Lakeville North team is a really nice team, and Shelly Clemens is pretty impressive as a coach, and she had them ready. But in the second half, boy, Eastview just went on a tear and ended up with the victory. Let's go down to Allie as she's on the court with Hopkins, Dlayla Chakolis.
Yeah, these girls screaming one more because you had a great performance tonight. How were you able to be so disruptive defensively?
Just putting pressure on them, just doing what we normally do, playing sound and getting up on them.
What is it about this team that makes you guys so good?
Everybody's just sharing the ball. We're all one, and we're all trying to get to the championship. We want to get there because of what happened last year. We just want to play together and play good defense and take what's ours.
What happened last year, but you lost to Eastview earlier this year by just 10 points. You get that rematch Saturday. How will it be different?
We're gonna go watch film, scout, look at all of our notes, and rewatch what we did. We're gonna come out even harder and more hungrier than we did last time.
Congrats to Dlayla.
Thank you.
Thanks, Allie. Dlayla comes out of the finishes the game with 12 points. Leading scorer was Paige Bueckers. She had 21 tonight, had 14 in the first game. And Hopkins Royals looking impressive here tonight. We got much more to come up on the postgame show, and then tomorrow full slate of games as well here on 45 TV.
Fantastic season for the Roseville area Raiders. They get back to state for the first time in more than a decade, but they run into a buzzsaw in Hopkins, falling 61-34 in our second Class 4A semifinal. Chris Long back here with you at a quickly quieting Target Center. It's always eerie in here this time of night. Jenny Johnson, Marissa Layton. Jenny, your thoughts on the game?
Well, give credit to the Roseville area Raiders. They really did a nice job. They never quit. They fully extended themselves as much as possible, but Hopkins was just too much tonight.
Only one senior on that Roseville team, so maybe more to come from them down the road. As for Hopkins, it was the theme all the way through. It was not their best game, and yet they still win by nearly 30 points.
They have enough offensive threats on their team where even if one or two players are off for the night, they're still going to have a great game. They came out, they pressured Roseville area the entire game and came out with the victory tonight.
We mentioned it in the intro. They are a team full of terrifically talented players. Paige Bueckers really put all of her skills on display tonight, Marissa.
Yeah, we've talked about sophomore Paige Bueckers quite a bit tonight. She's capable of doing pretty much everything on the court for the Hopkins Royals, and she makes everyone on the court better with her as well.
Jenny, we saw her state as an 8th grader. I can't believe she's only a sophomore.
I know, it seems like she's been playing for 45 years already, and she just keeps getting better. The thing I really noticed about Hopkins was how loose they were in this game tonight. They're not feeling the pressure of being the number 2 seed or being, one of the best teams in the state.
Tonight's stats brought to you by U.S. Bank, the power of possible. We got our stat sheets, Marissa. We looked at it and said Roseville did not look bad statistically.
They didn't. Hopkins had 23 offensive rebounds, so I think that's tough to beat.
So Hopkins advances. They will play for a championship Saturday night. We'll set that up and tomorrow's schedule after this.